Thinking about moving to Dallas-Fort Worth, or just curious where everyone really wants to live? Today I'm going over 10 subdivisions or cities that are hidden gems all the way to blinking lights in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And you'll want to watch until the end because number 10 is not only my top pick, it might blow your mind. So let's get started. Now, if you're researching a move to DFW, you've probably heard all about Plano, Dallas, Uptown, even Highland Park. But what about the hidden gems? The neighborhoods and cities locals love that somehow stay off that glossy list. We've spent countless hours digging into crime stats, schools, home prices, local hotspots, and even future growth to bring you the real scoop on 10 of North Dallas's greatest neighborhoods and or cities. So grab your coffee or wine, there's no judgment here. Settle in because this is going to be good and it's a longer one, so feel free to pause, watch the rest later, but let's jump in. All right, first off is Bluffview. It's actually within Dallas city limits proper, and it's honestly one of Dallas's best kept secrets. I love Bluffview. So it's right inside the city. It's got these lush rolling hills, huge mature oak, winding streets, and big sprawling lots, a lot of them over an acre. So homes are everywhere from mid-century gems all the way up to Spanish colonial estate and sleek new contemporaries, everything in between. It feels like country estates dropped right in the middle of Dallas. People absolutely love how quiet and private it is. You won't find sidewalks everywhere. That's kind of the point. It's upscale, relaxed, and neighbors keep an eye out for each other. The vibe is really country estates in the city. The crime rate here is really low. Bluffview is actually tucked away and it's laid out really well. It's little through traffic, and a community watch group keeps things extra secure. You've got Dallas PDs very active, and residents are really pretty proactive and protective. Most families either tap into Dallas Independent School District magnet schools or send their kids to the top tier private schools like Hockaday, St. Mark's, or Green Hill. It's all very short drive from Bluffview. Now, prices are going to start around 1.5 million, with most homes listing closer to that 2 million mark. Custom estate really are going to go up to 10 million plus, but values keep climbing because this close into Dallas with this size lot is very rare. So overall costs are a bit higher. You've got big homes, and that means bigger property taxes, more landscaping, higher utilities, but for a lot of people, that privacy and beauty is worth every penny. Now, while Bluffview itself is purely residential, you're minutes from places like Inwood Village, Preston Hollow Village. It's just packed with local boutiques and restaurants. It's got the twinkle lights, it's lots of fun. And then you're right close to Love Field Airport is really simply just down the street. And that's something to point out. You are going to hear planes in Bluffview, but you get to a point where you are so used to it that it doesn't even affect you. Now, downtown's 15 to 25 minutes away via the Dallas North Tollway. Most folks here are going to drive. Public transportation isn't really a thing in luxury pockets like this. It's mostly established families, older professionals, which just keeps it really stable. Because there's zero room for big new developments, property values should stay pretty solid. It'll keep that private, exclusive feel long term, which is a really added value. Okay, number 2 is Lake Highlands, and I love Lake Highlands. It's also in Dallas proper, and it's just such a gem. It feels like a leafy subdivision neighborhood, but you're still right in Dallas. So you've got tons of park trails, tree-lined streets, huge developed trees, not like the little ones you see in a new construction area. Close to White Rock Lake, which is stunning. And neighbors here actually know each other. You're gonna see block parties, people out walking their dogs, kids riding bikes. It's a big time family spot with that chill, down-to-earth vibe, very laid back. It's amazing. So the residential streets are very safe. You do have some older apartments that kind of are on the edges that pull those stats up in the crime rate, but the core neighborhood is super secure. Lake Highlands High School is known for its academic, art, and sports, and elementary like Wallace and White Rock also get really high marks. It's a really big reasons families kind of flock there. Most homes are going to be in the $500,000 to $600,000 range. Smaller ones could be in the high 300s, but the big remodeled or new builds are going to simply be 800,000 or more. It's definitely more affordable than Highland Park, but values do keep trending up. The cost of living is decent for being in Dallas proper compared to some of the more upscale neighborhoods. I feel like it's kind of a steal. The greatest thing is White Rock Lake is in your backyard. Perfect for running, biking, kayaking. Everybody loves White Rock Lake. Loads of small restaurants and local shopping around Skillman and Abrams. It's 20 to 30 minutes downtown depending on traffic, and the DART light rail is nearby. So it's diverse, full of families, professionals, and long-timers who all take pride in the area. It's such a good home feel. Now, older shopping centers are being revitalized, so expect some continued growth, but solid return on home value. Now let's talk about Richardson. I feel like nobody talks about Richardson. Neighborhoods like Canyon Creek, Sherrill Park, and Foxborough have that classic suburb feel. Canyon Creek is one of my favorite neighborhoods. It's well-kept brick homes, mature trees, quiet streets, and residents really love the combo of the great schools, safety, and just overall friendly vibe. Richardson's also got that telecom corridor, so jobs are really close by and city services are really pretty solid. So Richardson's consistently one of Texas' safest large cities. Police are visible, neighborhood watches are active, and folks actually feel really secure. Richardson ISD is a huge draw to this area. You've got Canyon Creek Elementary, Park Hill Junior High, and J.J. Pierce and Berkner High School. They all have top reviews. Now, homes usually run you from the high 400s to the mid 600s. Older ones could start in the 300s, but values keep climbing thanks to those schools and that really stable feel. Overall, costs in Richardson are very manageable. You get a lot of house and a great lifestyle for your money. Now, Richardson's food scene's awesome. You've got loads of global eateries, plus shopping, big festivals like Wildflower, and a ton of extra fun for your family. You are 30 minutes to downtown Dallas, got a DART rail nearby for car-free days if you need it. It's diverse, families, young professionals, and retirees all mixed together. It's a big melting pot. Continued investment in schools, parks, and infrastructure means that demand and value should stay strong. Okay, place number 4. The Preserve at St. Andrews is luxury on a whole different level. It's gated. It's a private enclave with stunning custom estates. You've got wide streets, immaculate landscaping, zero through traffic. It feels peaceful, secure, and honestly just downright gorgeous. Residents here will love the quiet sophistication of the neighborhood. You've got huge lots, elegant homes, and neighbors who really value that same upscale privacy. It's low key, but ultra high end. Because it's gated with private trolls, crime's almost non-existent. People feel totally safe letting their kids play in the streets or playing with each other and just enjoying walks on the quiet street. The public school falls under Dallas ISD, but almost every family in this subdivision opts for top private schools. Like I said, Hockaday, Green Hill, St. Mark, they're all really close and just minutes away. Homes here are gonna start around 2.5 million and easily push past 6 million. Price per square foot is some of Dallas's highest, but it's stable and values only can climb. Living here comes with all the expected costs. You've got big mortgages, property taxes, pro landscaping, plus maintaining pools and custom estates. So just know that going into it. Shopping and dining, the Galleria is minutes away, Preston Royal, you've even got Legacy West. Most residents really love hosting at home with really killer outdoor spaces, but everything upscale you want is close by. This is almost exclusively families and established professionals, but it's very stable. Now, the future outlook, you do have limited land, zero big development planned, which means this area will keep its exclusive feel and strong property values for years to come. Okay, number 5, Coppell. I love, love, love Coppell. It's right smack dab in the middle of the metroplex. And it's the definition of family-friendly suburb. Even though it's a city, I'm gonna call it a suburb because it feels that way. It's got pristine streets, tons of park, a small town feel, even though it's right by everything. People here love how safe and welcoming it is. You've got community events, you've got active HOAs, great local sports leagues. It's really tight-knit is the best way to describe it. Now, Coppell's crime rate is one of the lowest lowest in North Texas. The police department is strongly engaged, so parents feel totally fine letting their kids roam. Now, schools here are huge. Coppell ISD is one of the best districts in Texas. From elementary all the way to high school, it's consistently graded at the top. So you don't necessarily have to send your kids to private school in Coppell. Most homes sit around 700,000, but you can still find older places in the 400s. Just know that they are going to be older and smaller. But the newer, bigger builds easily go 1.5 million and above. Homes sell fast and often above asking price because it's pretty sought after. Now, overall costs are moderate to high, but you get serious bang for your buck with schools and safety, because remember, you're not paying for private school. Andrew Brown Park is a local gem, plus you've got boutique, local restaurants, and quick trips to Grapevine or Louisville for bigger shopping. You're close to Lake Louisville, tons of festivals, farmers market, it all keeps it fun. You are certainly close to highways. You're 30 to 45 minutes to downtown Dallas and literally 15 minutes to the Dallas-Fort Worth airport. It's perfect for travelers. Mostly families and lots of long-time residents live in Coppell. Now, as far as a future outlook, there's not much new land, so demand stays high. Coppell's committed to keeping quality of life top-notch, so values should trend up. Okay, number 6 is Flower Mound. And I feel like no one talks about Flower Mound, and it's stunning. It's very similar to South Lake. It's a dream for nature lovers. You've got rolling hills, tons of trees, Grapevine and Louisville right in your backyard. The lake is basically in your backyard. Big lot, beautiful homes, all with kind of a laid back, non-uppity feel. So people love the small town vibe with luxury perks. So think South Lake, but more laid back. Tons of trails, parks, lake activities. It's safe, super clean, and has that outdoorsy lifestyle built in. The crime rate's extremely low. It's actually among the safest places in Texas, and residents say they just never worry. It's served by Louisville ISD with Flower Mound High School topping charts year after year. It's got great sports, academics, ton of parental involvement. Your median home price sits around the mid 600s, but big estates run 1 million, 2 million and on up. Values keep going up thanks for the demand for those schools in that real natural setting. The cost of living is moderate to high, mostly due to housing, but for lake life, top schools, safe environment, most people say it's really worth it. As far as things to do, you've got boating, paddleboarding, trails. You've got local hubs like Parker Square, plus easy trips to Highland Village and Grapevine for bigger shopping, and tons of local dining is popping up all over the place. It's about 35 to 50 minutes to downtown, depending on traffic, and DFW Airport is 15 to 20 minutes. You've got tons of families and young professionals who love balancing work with outdoors in Flower Mound. So as far as the future outlook for Flower Mound, you've got growth, but planning carefully to keep green spaces so that value looks solid long term. All right, number 7 is Salina, and I have talked about Salina before, but it is booming right now. It's absolutely the new frontier north of Prosper. You've got tons of brand new master planned communities with modern farmhouses, big lots, and really a charming historic downtown square. Residents love the small town meets new growth energy. It's super family focused, tons of community events. Feels like being a part of building something fresh. Crime is super low. In fact, local police are everywhere and residents tight ties, so it feels safe all the way around, like letting your kids play out in the yard. Salina ISD is growing fast with the city. It's got great sports, academics, and a brand new facility makes it attractive for families to put their kids into that school. You've got new builds that are going to start in the mid 400s all the way to custom builds that go over $1 million. Prices have jumped because everyone wants in early on the next big thing. And they're saying that Salina was Frisco 20 years ago. As far as cost of living, housing really has kind of driven the cost up a bit, but utilities and daily expenses stay pretty average. You need to watch out for extra taxes for mud and PID. If you don't know what that is, definitely ask me. But for new homes and amenities, it's a really strong value out there. As far as what to do, you've got Salina Square. It has farmers market, Cajun Fest, and so many other activities. Most shop in Prosper or Frisco for their bigger options, but you've got new parks and you've got trails popping up constantly. It's about 45 minutes to an hour to downtown Dallas, but close to Plano, Frisco, Prosper, especially if you work in those cities. It's a great fit. And then the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport is around 45 minutes. It's going to be mostly young families wanting new homes and a fresh start. It's one of the fastest growing towns in America, and property values are expected to keep climbing, so it is a great place to buy right now. Okay, number 8 is Preston Highlands. We're back into North Dallas. Preston Highlands is your classic established suburb. You've got older homes from the 70s and 80s. You've got the big, beautiful trees, peaceful streets, all super well kept, clean, and beautiful. Residents really rave about how family-friendly, quiet, and convenient it is. People move there and literally stay for decades. The crime rate's low, especially violent crime. The neighborhood watch is really strong, and they've got strong community ties that help keep it that way. It falls under Dallas ISD with solid local schools, plus quick drive to top private options like Parish Episcopal and Prince of Peace. Those are great private schools. Homes run from the high 400s to the mid 700s, with remodeled places going for even higher. Values are consistent and on the rise. It's a great place to live. It's moderate cost, especially for being that close in, and your daily expenses are typical for North Dallas. So as far as things to do, you're literally minutes from the Galleria. You've got Prestonwood Town Center, plus so many local parks and trails, tons of great family-friendly restaurants nearby, all very, very good. As far as transportation, you're near the tollway and Bush Turnpike. It's gonna take you 25 to 40 minutes to downtown, and it's mostly families and empty nesters in this area. Now, as far as future outlook, not a ton of new building, but lots of renovations keeping those values strong. It'll stay a really sought after area and steady for that North Dallas pick. This is one of the subdivisions that you're going to see a lot of people buy and remodel to make it fresh. So that's an option to get a house for a lower amount and then renovate it to make it look like you want it to look like. All right, let's talk about number 9, Parker. It is a suburb of Dallas and it's kind of northeast of Plano. So if you want space, Parker is where it's at, and nobody talks about Parker. You've got rolling lots of 1 to 5 acres, grand estates, sometimes even with horses. It feels like the country, but it's super close to Plano. People love the privacy, how quiet it is, and how friendly neighbors are despite the big lots. Very upscale rural living. Crime's almost non-existent because there's so few roads, meaning little traffic. It's just super peaceful out there. Kids are usually going to go to Plano ISD or Allen ISD, both consistently excellent and top rated. Now, as far as home pricing, it starts around 1.5 million and can go all the way up to over 5 million. And that land really holds its value well and keeps appreciating. And the reason that it tends to be a little bit more on the expensive side is because you're getting so much more land to your house. And that's hard to get that close to Dallas. Now, as far as cost of living, it is high, mainly from big estates and the upkeep of those estates. But day-to-day expenses are typical for an affluent suburb or area of town. So things to do out in Parker, you're really gonna need to go to Plano and Allen because they're just minutes away for dining, shopping, golf. Many residents enjoy their own private setups like pools, barns, horses, trails. So think of that kind of type of area when you think of Parker. It's about 40 to 55 minutes to downtown Dallas and 20 to 30 minutes to Plano. And as far as future outlook, Parker plans to keep its spacious feel. It really wants to stay Parker, but there's a few new developments, meaning that demand is gonna stay really strong. Okay, number 10, obviously my favorite. I talk about Frisco, Texas all the time. I know it is a city, but we're gonna talk about it like it's a neighborhood. So everyone's heard of it, but not everybody knows how amazing all of Frisco really is and how master planned the communities are. Think Stonebriar, Phillip Creek Ranch, Starwood, the fields, amazing, beautifully designed parks and trails everywhere. Remember, Remember, Frisco has 30 miles of interconnected trails all throughout the city. People love how clean, modern, and safe it is. Forbes magazine just rated it as the second safest city in the whole nation. Frisco Police Department is everywhere, so people really do feel secure out here. Frisco ISD is a huge reason people are moving here. You've got smaller high schools, top academics, and crazy competitive sports. So get ready if you have not ever been in Texas sports before. Homes generally run in the high 500s to, a million, over a million, and value keeps climbing thanks to all the corporate growth. If you haven't heard about Fields West and the Fields development and the PGA coming to Frisco and all the other things that are still Frisco, I want to tell you that if you had one spot to buy in that could give you the safe city, the clean city, the new city, but yet a huge upside in equity, Frisco is the place to be. And that's why I personally live in Frisco. I chose to buy here. I own multiple houses in Frisco because I do believe it's such an investment in the next 5 to 10 years. That equity is going to go so high. And so I can't give you a real value on how high the equity will go. I just know that Frisco's equity will drive itself higher faster than the rest of the metroplex. So it's not that Dallas-Fort Worth always doesn't appreciate, because we do have this gentle cycle up, but Frisco's equity will just be a little more aggressive. And everything else with Prosper and Salina, all of that equity is going to raise faster because it's just a massive amount of development right now. Now, the cost of living, it's moderate to high, mostly due to the housing, but the amenities, the school, the lifestyle, it's unmatched. So most people are fine with it. Things to do around Frisco. You've got the Star, which is the Cowboys headquarters, Stonebriar Center, Legacy West just down the road. They're building Fields West, tons of pro sports, dining, and entertainment. You're 30 to 45 minutes to downtown Dallas. You're 30 minutes to the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. Frisco's full of young families, professionals, transplants. Frisco's only going up. We've got more headquarters moving in. We've got more entertainment. There's just so much demand that value is surging. So that's why I love Frisco. So there you have it. 10 awesome hidden gems around North Dallas. From Bluffview's luxury estates to Salina's booming new builds. There's truly something for everyone. Which one stood out most to you? Or did we miss your favorite? Drop it in the comments if you want me to go over a city that you just want to know more about. If this was helpful, give a like and a subscribe. We would love to give you more information long term. Thanks for hanging out today, and we hope to see you in the next video.